Diddy sold me to his sugar daddy and I barely managed to escape from there. Diddy and his sons tortured me a lot. I'm going to file a case against them.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up.
Adopted you like Madonna adopted kids, and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock.
This isn't even the first time Madonna has been accused, or there has been calls for her to be investigated for child trafficking.
And they somehow figured out how to extract
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this.
You already know it's going to be total mayhem when Diddy's adoptive daughter, Ava Barron, takes the witness stand in the Diddy trial, right? The rumors on the streets suggest as much. The rumor mill has it that Ava apparently has a huge archive of receipts, which is making his situation go sour quickly. Diddy made a huge fuss in 2020 when he rescued her from homelessness. However, she vanished entirely not long after that. Up until this point, people seldom mentioned her at all. Rumor has it that Ava has much to say about Justin and Christian, Diddy's kids, so it's clear she's not only targeting Diddy. Does this mean that Ava will now reveal that Justin and Christian are as evil as their dad? And did they truly help Diddy damage young females, including Ava? Things are about to become tough, so cling on to your baby hairs.
Very, very young, so she is in fact his adopted daughter. Some are saying this woman in the background here is her mother, but nothing is confirmed. You can see she's been with him in interviews, hanging out with Diddy's daughters. However, I found a video that is so suspect.
I am a great father, but I'm sleeping with the girl. Tell me, who do y'all have a crush on? Tell daddy the truth.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all remember this, but back in 2020, during the epidemic, Diddy unexpectedly announced that he was adopting a little white girl called Ava Barron. He boasted to his Instagram followers that he was rechristening her Ava Barron Combs, and even went live to introduce her. The entire incident occurred so quickly and seemed so out of the blue that most people either missed it or simply went on. Since then, Ava's name hasn't really surfaced much, to be honest. That certainly explains why no one ever addressed her again. At least not until Diddy's legal difficulties began blowing up, and all these other dubious aspects about him started coming to light. At the time, Diddy's announcement appeared like a beautiful and unselfish move. You know, taking in a child at such a rough moment when so many kids were in need. Folks congratulated him for it, believing he was truly doing something wonderful. But today, with all the horrific material coming out about him, the same video strikes extremely differently. What previously seemed like a feel-good moment now has many giving it the side eye. And to be truthful, it wasn't the only thing that raised eyebrows. What really made folks stop was Diddy comparing his adoption to Madonna's. Now, there was a choice. Because let's not forget, Madonna's adoptions have been problematic to say the least. Several reports have questioned if everything was done by the book. Long ago, the Ethiopian World Federation even accused her of human trafficking and abusing children, stating she deceived parents into handing up their kids with promises of schooling in the US, only to adopt them permanently instead. So yeah, not exactly the analogy you want to make when you're trying to make everyone believe you're a hero. It's undoubtedly had folks wondering that Diddy would choose to model his adoption after Madonna's, particularly considering all the controversy attached to her adoption history. That alone says a lot. But what's really attracting notice today is the weird mood in the video he posted, especially given just his boys were present. Fans have begun questioning it. If Ava apparently wanted to hang out and play with his girls, why weren't they on the video? Why was it only the boys? The entire arrangement seems a bit weird, but the thing that's truly frightening is that Ava herself appeared obviously uncomfortable. Her body language, her expression, something simply seemed odd to a lot of folks watching.
Ava Barron.
Ava Baroni Combs, yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So
there's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head, you know, but when you lose your man card.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents that you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
That's not a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, you want to get it said. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, you know, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So play with the kids. I got permission from your mother. Say all of that. It's crazy out here.
I met Jesse and Lila when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then basically sisters, all 4 of us. So,
6 months.
I always come over.
Yes. And it's Ava Baroni Combs. Come on. Let's go.
That prompted a flurry of suspicion. Was that simply an odd, uncomfortable moment? Or was there anything more going on behind the scenes? Some others say the vibe in that room was off from the beginning. And when you throw in the fact that Diddy's boys come with their own baggage, Justin being listed in Lil Rod's lawsuit, and Christian having with legal troubles of his own, you start to wonder whether anything awful happened to Ava. But what's really making folks anxious is how Ava suddenly vanished after that video. Aside from a handful of fleeting appearances with Diddy's twin children, Jesse and Delilah, she was very much gone. No more family photographs, no updates, no follow-ups, nothing. It was crickets from her, and for someone who was calling him Papa Combs, you'd expect to see her around a lot more. Now that all these troubling claims are coming out, talks of abuse and how women were treated, people are beginning to truly rethink what went place. Ava's unexpected absence doesn't seem random anymore. What previously appeared like a beautiful adoption moment now seems more like a mystery, and a lot of individuals are questioning whether there was more going on behind the scenes than anybody let on. So, rumor is Diddy didn't just abuse Ava. People are alleging he used her. A lot of people believe the entire adoption thing wasn't true and that it was simply a PR maneuver. You know, during the epidemic, that beautiful anecdote helped clean up his image and have people feeling sorry for him. But after he achieved what he wanted, Ava just vanished like she was never truly a member of the family.
It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bruh, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and trying to engage. Yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN, is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out.
And it gets even messier. The story is that Diddy discovered a homeless girl, brought her into this world under the guise of adoption, and made it appear like he was giving her a new life. But behind the scenes, some claim it was all simply for show, nothing real about it. Even Gene Deal provided some suggestions that industry insiders already know what sort of guy Diddy truly is. And it's a long cry from the image he projects to the public.
You understand? It's gonna come to the forefront.
After a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, you know, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, you know, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, you know, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming, organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know, I mean, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Absolutely. Like they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So yeah, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now, to be honest.
No, I don't think so either, and it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
Honestly, Gene could be accurate about how the industry prefers to look the other way. We've seen it happen before. R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, all these big individuals who were shielded for years while their victims kept mute. Even in Cassie's case, she pointed out that Diddy was constantly surrounded by individuals who either disregarded what he was doing or helped cover it up. So when Gene began dropping those hefty clues, it really made you wonder what's going on behind closed doors. And here's the truly terrible part. Gene mentioned that there could be some extremely horrible films involving Ava. Stuff that's not just improper, but might be illegal. He even indicated federal agents were supposedly hunting for them because they think such tapes exist.
All these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this.
We thought that this was all awful enough, but with the news of Ava allegedly taking the stand, well, Diddy may just go ahead and get fitted for his prison jumpsuit because y'all can know that she is going to be leaking everything. And get this, rumor has it that she is not spilling tea on Diddy alone because she's also going to have something to say about his kids, Justin and Christian. Is it just me, or does Quincy's name never seem to come up in these allegations? I know that Diddy is not his real father, and that probably explains why he never got involved in the pranks like the other two. And yet, Ava dumping tea on Christian and Justin wouldn't be surprising on a normal day. But rumor has it that the receipts she has are worse than anything we could conceive. This is saying a lot, considering Justin and Christian have also been accused of some seriously dubious things. For example, producer Lil Rod name-referenced Justin in his complaint, stating Justin Combs solicits prostitutes, young girls, and S-workers would indulge in freak-offs. He also went on to suggest that Justin was allegedly participating in Diddy's substance trade. The court documents said, as evidenced by the hundreds of hours of video and audio recordings in plaintiff's possession, defendant Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Christina Combs, his assistants and staff all orchestrated, participated, managed, and executed the RICO enterprise by purchasing and distributing substances, by purchased and distributing firearms, by requiring the solicitation of sexual encounters with workers and minors, and by forcing artists, creatives, musicians, and producers to utilize their talents and labor to produce music and other tangible goods and services without compensation. The RICO enterprise has functioned as a continuing entity and retains an ascertainable structure independent and distinct from the pattern of recording activity. That's not even the whole story. Lil Rod believes Justin was also involved in helping Diddy cover up where a guy almost lost his life.
Diddy adopted a white child. What's your last name? What's your other last name?
On a little girl named Ava Grace Baldwin.
Y'all can't see this is trafficking?
She was just 6 years old when she was reported missing from her elementary school in Texas.
The tooth fairy will come and get it.
Yes, it's breaking news.
On the streets. And then Papa Combs.
A white girl off the streets and adopting her and calling her his own?
The indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims.
Saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside.
Is Diddy's adoptive kid the missing Ava Baldwin? Their age progression lines up with the same face shape and how she was on the streets. But could there really be any truth to this? People are worried, and Ava's safety is at the heart of it all. Let's go further into this stunning relationship and see what we unearth.
So then my assistant was like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Diddy adopted a white child.
Did y'all know that Puffy put a video up talking about he adopted a little white girl? I'm trying to find Ava. Her name was Ava, and he adopted her. Now, of course, it probably wasn't official or whatever. Somebody called security on Puffy, man.
So, who is Ava Baldwin? David Hopper last saw his daughter, Ava Grace Baldwin, when she was just 6 years old. 8 years have gone by now, and Hopper feels that Ava's mother, Catherine Baldwin, may have taken her away and hidden her all this time. He concerns that Ava may not even be aware that she's classed as a missing person.
Diddy once bragged about adopting a white daughter off the street. In the video, she said her name was Ava Baroni Combs. Twitter's community notes said it was a joke, but people are not so sure. You see, Diddy's ex-bodyguard said the reason Diddy's homes were raided was because he made girls go into ex-traffic work. And some say Ava was part of this ring. And what's even crazier, there is a missing girl named Ava Grace Baldwin who disappeared when she was 14. And the missing picture looks the same. People track down her TikTok and people are worried for her since she's in a hotel with a man. So people think that she was sold into this life.
First reported missing in 2015, Ava's elementary school called Hopper, alarmed after she had missed nearly 3 weeks of instruction. Police suspect Catherine snatched Ava, which spurred Hopper to launch an 8-year search for his daughter. Keep watching because this next discovery might flip everything upside down. Could Diddy's adoptive kid truly be the missing Ava Baldwin? Hopper remembers receiving the call in September 2015 from Ava's school, finding that Ava had missed 21 days. He instantly contacted San Antonio police to report a missing individual. Officers suddenly found that the address Ava and Catherine put on file was an empty lot. The date is intriguing. 2015 fits with the age Diddy's adoptive daughter would be today, 15, with the same name, age, and a history of living on the streets. It raises significant concerns regarding a possible relationship between the two instances.
Okay, all right, okay, he just helping out a nice little white girl that needed some, a family, okay? Okay, come on, y'all. Y'all smarter than this. Y'all smarter than this.
As we finish off, you go, Justin.
My name is Justin, aka Just Glow. I'm a Capricorn, and I'm about that action, and I'm about raising money for the healthcare people, and we're just so blessed and thankful, and thank y'all for supporting us today. Yeah. Bad boy.
What's next?
What up, y'all? I'm Quincy. I want to say thank y'all for rocking with us.
One of the prettiest motherfuckers God ever made. Sorry.
I'm a Gemini, for everybody wondering. And thank y'all so much for just, tuning in with us. We felt the energy. We saw the comments. Let's keep it going. This is, we wanted to do this to just wake everybody up in a way of just, in a loving way. So I hope everybody have a happy Easter. Jesus is risen.
But there's more to the narrative of Ava that lines up. Hopper and Catherine's relationship had been rocky. The two married briefly, and Ava was born not long after their 34-day marriage. Living in central Oklahoma while Catherine and Ava were in San Antonio, Hopper fought to retain frequent touch with his daughter. His efforts to get custody were continuously refused, even though he employed 5 attorneys and spent over $45,000 in court expenditures in both Texas and Oklahoma. Hopper adds that Catherine's life got more erratic, as she apparently stayed in shelters, traveled about often, and had unstable relationships.
If you're still not convinced that's her, here's a picture of her that her parents took. It's one of the last photos. Now, take note of her long forehead, her shortened chin, the jaw structure, the teeth, the eyebrows, the eyes, the eye color, the cheekbones, and ears. And she just also happens to be the exact right age.
First, this office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be.
Has anyone seen Ava Baroni? Little white girl that Diddy adopted. Where did he get her from? Was she the pick of the litter? Those poor babies. People should go back and do a little research in the 90s, especially in the mid-late 90s and early 2000s. The diddler used to throw white parties in Bangkok and Dubai and in Morocco, where child prostitution is legal. He's been snatching up little kids for decades.
Once Hopper got a video of Catherine that we can't reveal here, Child Services called him. Despite this, Hopper was only given partial custody, confining his contact with Ava to summers and holidays. Hopper claimed Ava was the cutest young child and definitely recalls the moment she found he was her father. She was in wonder, he added. She had no idea her dad existed. I was kept a secret from her. According to Hopper's sister, Tina Fulbright, Catherine, also referred to as Katie, was infamous for her unpredictable conduct. She would frequently migrate to another county after getting into difficulty in one. Fulbright stated that irregular conduct from parents may considerably lead to greater shyness and anxiety in youngsters, since instability typically creates uncertainty and dread. Diddy's kid, Ava, displays unmistakable indicators of this. There's an irrefutable feeling that something is awry.
There's somebody out there that knows where she's at. Katie did not get out of San Antonio by herself. We believe she had help. We know that they are alive.
I've been mutuals with this girl on social media for at least the last year, and it's come to my attention that she is coming up again in the media. Like I said, I found her last year and I didn't ever post about it because I just thought that this would kind of cycle out and that people would stop bringing her up since she is a kid. But now, of course, what seems like years later, they are running stories about this girl, Ava Baroni, who was allegedly adopted by P. Diddy. Now, I knew that she was never actually adopted because if you looked into it, you would find out that she is their best friend. He has daughters who are 17 years old, who are twins. They have a public TikTok account where they dance. If you went down in her videos, it's not there anymore, but there was a video of them all together dancing when they were very, very young.
Hopper requested full custody in 2016 after becoming more frightened about Ava's safety. Still, Catherine and Ava left before the judicial hearings could end. 7 months later, in April 2016, Catherine's silver 2014 Ford Escape was found abandoned in a San Antonio park. Ava is apparently 15 years old now, and Hopper has total legal custody. As for witness testimonies and sightings, there have been rumors of Ava and Catherine in Florida when Catherine reportedly sought to transfer Ava over to another couple. Similarly, recent photographs and videos of Diddy's adoptive daughter have spurred questions about a probable link, considering the uncanny resemblances in both look and age.
working in tandem, and they did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher-ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
That's why you see the guns.
The cops didn't know that it was Diddy's house over there in Beverly Hills around the corner from the Playboy Mansion. They didn't know until they seen the kid.
Catherine has a criminal warrant for breaching child custody. News Nation visited with Catherine's oldest daughter, who was adopted and reared separately. She exhibited significant worry for both Catherine and Ava. The coinciding facts between Ava Baldwin's disappearance and Diddy's adoptive kid cannot be overlooked. Whether it's the name, age, history, or common signals of anguish, the pieces of this jigsaw are definitely intriguing, leaving us all to wonder whether Ava Baldwin may be hidden in plain sight. San Antonio police still handle Ava's case. Hopper stays optimistic, citing verified sightings of Ava and Catherine, one in Florida, where Catherine purportedly sought to surrender custody to a couple in 2016. Hopper and his family regularly write messages on a separate Facebook page, hoping Ava could come find it eventually and realize how severely she has been missed. "It's difficult to see my brother go through this," Fulbright commented. "All he has ever wanted is a family. He's entitled to have his daughter in his life."